We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare them. Differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Fisher. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That one complete to Egan. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Panthers.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
He used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Legette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake. Fisher. His throw caught at about the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Brock Bowers. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. No. Ready.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Carolina defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
On the move past the 40, and down to the 29-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
The Falcons at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Get it. 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick.
Jackson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Ready.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Youngway
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Robinson up the middle. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into win.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, a 23-yard run. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Liggett. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Panther 11.
Off play action. Fisher. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Koo to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the jump.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fisher working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Christian McCaffrey, 60 yards. And the Panthers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Ready? 19.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Ready up.
Now a 3rd and 6.
18, right here. Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Hard throw, incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Let's go now.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
All right, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Got it. Ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Get it.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Bronco 80. Let's go.
Here's Jackson to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides. Picked up by Troy Anderson.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
70 Lions, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Jackson from the shotgun. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
To throw is Jackson. Well, that's complete to Sanders. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 6, go.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it's Jackson. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Lights. Ready.
Play action. It's Jackson. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Throwing is Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Jackson now. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Drake London with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 21. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go. Nice.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. These 2 teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Fisher. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. Try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with a slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
7 Pirates, 70 Lions.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Now a 2nd and 10.
60 back.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 155 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Robinson with another carry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Past the 60, past the 60. Ready,
From the gun on third down, Fisher. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ballgame, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback. Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Go, 60 Eagles, go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Come on.
2nd and 9 now. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Looking to throw. Fisher. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
70 Timberwolves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Here's Bradley Pena now, standing just about on his own goal line. first kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to... Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 57 yards. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Viking 18, Warriors 70.
Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Now Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Panthers 60. Panthers.
Running the toss to Brooks here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
Once again, it's Brooks. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Panthers' 36-yard line.
2. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check. Check. Go.
Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Fisher. That one complete to the gut. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The rookie from Clemson looking good on that one. He gets his guys a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 79. Ready?
And he's caught. McMillan with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brock Bowers with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game.
Panthers 36. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Okay, break.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, They get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.